Hello everyone. So in this class we will discuss about stellar evolution. In the last class we studied about uh, and discussed about the surface color and surface temperature of the stars and HR diagram. So now stellar evolution. So what is stellar evolution? A star is a hot ball of mostly hydrogen gas. The sun is an example of typical ordinary star. So here what happens? Gravity keeps the gas from evaporating into space, and pressure due to the star's high temperature and density keeps ball from shrinking. So due to gravity and evaporating hydrogen gas, what happens? A shrinking ball is formed. So that is core of the star. So in the core of the star, temperature of the densities are high, and they sustain nuclear fusion reactions, and the energy is produced by these reactions. Uh, it works its way to the surface and radiates space into the space, heat and light. So when the fuel or fusion reactions is so depleted, the structure of the star changes. So the process of building of heavier elements from lighter ones by nuclear reactions and adjusting the internal structure of uh, by balance of gravity and pressure is called as stellar evolution. So the life cycle of a star. So in the initially what happens, nebula means it is hydrogen gas. So nebula means hydrogen gas present in the uh, universe, atmosphere of the universe. So these hydrogen gas, due to gravity and pressure, they will form a shrinking ball. Okay, that balls are called as protostar. So initially, in this protostar, what happens? Uh, uh, Hydrogen fusion takes place. A fusion reaction starts. So and the energy is heat and light is emitted by the star. So the stars from protostar, they will run to main sequence stars. As we know in the HR diagram, main sequence stars. When they arrive at main sequence stars, so after million years, these main sequence stars, the stars remain in the age of the stars is about million years. Okay, so after billion years, so some of the stars will their temperature decreases and they turn to goes to red giants. So and some of the stars after red giants acquire white dwarf stages, and after that they acquire black dwarf. Next, main sequence stars. mm, Also, what happens? They will turn to supergiant stars. Supernova explosions take place. Supernova stars. In supernova stage, supernova explosion takes place. So neutron star and the black holes are developed. That we'll discuss in the next topic. So why stars evolve? Uh, the light energy developed in the star and heat energy and light energy developed in the star is due to hydrogen, helium, carbon, etc. So which they burn by converting elements into heavier elements. So that is called burning. In this text context, so it refers to nuclear burning. So so may, so burning means it is not burning of wood or coal here. So it refers to nuclear burning, in which the nuclear atoms fuse together to produce heavier atom. So where in a higher energy is developed due to fission. So when the stars start their lives, so they consist mostly hydrogen, so some helium and amounts of heavier elements such as carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. So they, they generate energy by converting nuclear hydrogen into helium in their hot central cores by means that is called fusion. The energy produced by the nuclear burning heats is in the its interior to many millions. In some instances, hundreds of hundred billions of degrees. Okay. So here, so how the birth of stars takes place. So the birth of a star, it starts with a nebula. So nebula means interstellar clouds of dust and gas. So nebulas, so nebulas are several light years in diameter and could be 100 times bigger than our own sun or solar system. Okay. Next, the stars begin their lives by burning hydrogen in their cores. The product of this burning is helium. So that is nuclear fission. Due to nuclear fission, helium is produced. A star that burns hydrogen in its core, it is called main sequence star. As fission of hydrogen yields a helium, a large amount of energy is released. The star burning in this stage is said to be acquired main sequence star. The sun is an example of a main sequence star. So main sequence stars, so these are young stars. So main sequence stars uh, that we these are the central band of the stars on the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram or HR diagram. So 90% of the stars are in we find in main sequence stars. So these stars are hotter, they are brighter. The sun is a typical example of main sequence star. So giants and supergiants, old large stars. So old stars, as they cross age of the stars, which the stars remain, many of the stars, so they spend their lives in the main sequence stars in terms of billion and billion years. Okay, so the life of the stars is measured in terms of billion years. Okay, uh, depending on the size of the nebula, the star approaches old age. So it can become to red giant. So so this red giant is 100 times bigger than it was originally. So means the star becomes 100 times bigger here. So it is cooler than it was originally. So the temperature becomes down. So because here what happens, nuclear fusion slows down, and the product, what happens, helium becomes carbon and iron here. So the due to presence of carbon and helium in the hot star, so the star starts becoming bigger than original star as its size in main sequence star. So they frequently turn to orange in color. So and the in red giant stage they become 20 times massive, and they so when they die, when the red giants die, means they what happens, they become very cold. So heat nuclear fusion totally stops. That stage is called as dying of stars. So when they die, they become dwarfs. So example of such dwarfs is Betelgeuse. So Betelgeuse, that is a dwarf. So that is a red giant star. So next, supergiants. So largest known type of star. Some of the almost as large as entire solar system. So when they die, they explode as a supernova explosion. So the year dying of the star means nuclear fission stops, generation of heat and light energy stops. So in supergiants explodes as a supernova. So here what happens totally supernova in the stage of supernova star contains carbon and iron. Okay, so there is absence of hydrogen, that is fuel required for fission, and totally the star becomes at this stage supergiant. So the star at supernova stage explodes as a black hole and neutron star. So one of the neutron star, or it is also called pulsar. One of the example is Rigel. So this is the picture of supergiant Rigel. So which is having a diameter about 100 million kilometers. Uh, some some 70 times that of the sun. So next, faint virtually dead stars. So these are called dwarf stars. Dwarf star, white dwarf. So red giant loses its outer layer. So small and becomes small, very dense, and these are made of carbon and about the size of the earth, but much heavier. They are eventually turned to cold and dark. So these are called white dwarfs. So example is Sirius. So this is the Sirius. This one is the Sirius star. Sirius water bluer younger than sun. So this shows the white dwarf star. Example of white dwarf star, that is Sirius B. Next, neutron star. As the stars evolve, they become very small in size, super dense, tightly packed with the neutrons as a thin atmosphere of hydrogen. So after this, neutron stars are formed after the supernova explosion of the stars. So these are tightly packed with neutrons, very small, super dense, and uh, so as a thin atmosphere of hydrogen. So these stars are having as a diameter of about 5 to 10 miles. So pulsar. So pulsar means here a neutron star. It is a neutron star. So which is spinning, uh, which is called as spinning neutron star. Thus rapidly spinning neutron star. So emits energy as pulses. So that is called pulsar. So this was the picture of black hole swallowing neutron star. So next, black holes. So black hole occurs after the supernova explosion of a supergiant, a region of space containing huge amount of small mass compacted to extremely small volume. A black hole's gravitational influence is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape its grasp. Means the black holes light cannot be absorbed from the light is total light is absorbed. Here what happens? Generation of light uh, of the star totally generation of the light by stars totally dies, and so there is no escape of the stars from the star. So at this stage, the stars are said to be black holes. This is one black hole. Example of a picture of black hole. So the evolution from main sequence to red giant stars at different times for different stars. Stars that are much heavier and hotter, like those stars, become red giants in only 10 million years. Okay. So cooler, lighter stars like our sun, so take about 10 billion years to become red giants. So that is evolution of the stars. So from the evolution of the stars, we conclude that so there is a birth and uh, death of a star. So in the universe, in brief, so the life cycle of a star, evolution of the star means initially there is formation of nebula due to hydrogen, helium presence in the universe of atmosphere of the universe. So gradually what happens here, so these hydrogen present in the nebula, uh, they will shrink by means of gravity and pressure. The shrinking ball is formed. So that ball is called protostar stage of the star. So at this stage, gradually what happens, fusion of hydrogen starts. As fusion of hydrogen starts here, and this fusion of the hydrogen produces helium, and large amount of energy is produced. So as the energy is generated by means of nuclear fusion, the protostar will enter into the main sequence star. So main sequence star gradually what happens, their temperature decreases, uh, as they initially they in the main sequence stars. So the stars which are in O class spectra, they will come to B class spectra, class next A class spectra, G class spectra. So at the end, they will acquire M class spectra. At the M class spectra, they will some of the stars will come to red giant stage. So in this red giant stage, what happens? So there is formation of large amount of carbon and helium. So here what happens? Nuclear fusion reaction stops. Energy generation, heat and light energy generation stops. At this stage, the star becomes very large, and but the star becomes cooler here. So white dwarfs also they will appear white in color. They will emit larger in size, but cooler. Okay, black dwarfs also. So totally what happens here? Absence of light here. We find absence of emission of light from the stars here. So from the main sequence stars, stars also enter supergiant star. Here what happens? Formation of carbon, iron takes place. So a large ball of star, so containing iron and helium, is formed. That is a supergiant stage. So, so some metal elements also present in the core of the supergiant stage stars. So these supergiant stars form supernova and explode. That is called a supernova explosion, forming neutron star and black hole star. Okay. So neutrons are some of the neutron star spin around them and emit radiation energy. Those stars are called pulsars. So these black holes means the light energy, say, is no, so there is no chance of a escape of light energy from the black hole. So means here totally heat and light energy is the production of heat and light energy due to nuclear fusion is stopped, and the star is said to be uh, dead star here. Okay, so that is about evolution of the stars. Okay, thank you.